Chair Shot Reality every single weekend. You can watch it on WrestleZone under the WZ TV tab. You can also subscribe to the YouTube CSR Wrestling channel. You can also go to the WrestleZone YouTube channel.
It's a lot.
Everywhere.
It's a lot going on.
Everywhere. Justin LaBar, Josh Eisenberg, continue to talk about what's continuing to be a top story in the wrestling world. That is Roman Reigns, who got suspended for 30 days. The suspension was announced last week. Now, Josh, this week, the added level, the added chapters to the story are that the locker room has mixed feelings, as well as Roman Reigns made an apology that got, a mixed reaction. But you maybe think differently, because I saw your Twitter.
I actually don't think it happened.
Yeah.
I don't think the Roman Reigns apology happened, and multiple sources coming out of this story are saying that this apology never happened. When you think about it, when you think about the Roman Reigns apology, Dave Meltzer, obviously very credible, not just on the bar, but very credible guy in the wrestling circle, saying that he was told to apologize to the locker room about what happened. I begin to think, why would you need a guy like this to apologize? Randy Orton didn't have to, quote, apologize when he got suspended multiple times. Other talent didn't have to apologize for this. So I begin to wonder, what is the point of Roman Reigns apologizing? What outcome does it make? Hey, guys, I'm sorry that I tested positive for whatever drug it was. But the more interesting thing that I think is very, very intriguing to me is we still don't know what he tested positive for.
We never will.
There's no rumors. There's no, maybe it was marijuana, maybe it was a drug, maybe it was amphetamines, performance-enhancing drugs.
Amphetamines is the one that I heard, but again, everybody's gonna throw everything out there. So.
Exactly, but my biggest thing with Roman Reigns coming back, and you don't necessarily need Roman Reigns to say something when he comes back. Have him come back at Battleground, have him be in the championship match. He's already got mixed reactions from the WWE Universe. From what we've known previously to this, he's never been a guy that's gotten bad rap in the locker room, backstage. He's been a pretty easygoing guy. There's never been stories about it.
Let's remember, he comes from the most prideful family in pro wrestling.
One of them, sure.
So, you find out what you find out. It's very interesting, and it's good stuff, because what it tells me is, and first off, again, not saying Dave Meltzer's making anything up, because, quite frankly, I've been in a position. You hear what you hear. You hear what you hear. Where or why it comes from, is there agendas? It's such a weird – pro wrestling is such a weird thing to report on, because it's so hard to prove things. That said, but what your information tells me, and I agree with it, I agree that what you're hearing here is because WWE did not want to let this get leaked out before they announced it. If they have Roman Reigns address the roster after Monday Night Raw, it's very easy for somehow somebody in the talent leaks it to a Dave Meltzer, says it to a friend goes on a message board, whatever. If you think about it, the announcement was made, the official announcement by WWE was made on Tuesday at about 3 p.m. Eastern. They were out in Arizona time zone at that point for SmackDown. That's right about the same time when the talent is arriving, is sitting down and hearing from management, so it makes sense that they had to go public at the same time that they told the talent, because they did not, because I bet you Mark Carrano, Triple H, Vince, Stephanie, the elite circle knew, but they kept it away from anybody else. It makes sense that they would not want to have Roman Reigns address it, because no good comes from it. It's only going to get leaked, and you don't want that rumor going out there, and then WWE has to confirm it. It's an interesting situation. So I want to move on now. Despite, though, Josh, no apology probably given.
Yeah.
If you're one of his peers, how do you react to this? Nice guy from a prideful family. He's world champion. Some people believe he should be. Some people believe he doesn't. How do you react to this? Even if it was an innocent mistake, still a mistake. You
know more than me that professional wrestling is built on kind of the high school mentality of circles, of niches, of groups. You have the 3 or 4 guys that hang out. You have the other 5 or 6 guys that might not be as cool, but they want to be cool. And then you have the guys that maybe they're untouchable. Maybe they're the upper echelon, the pro athletes, the football players, or the basketball team. Professional wrestling is always going to be built around drama and about people's perceptions, but sometimes perception is not reality. When Roman Reigns comes back, people are going to look at Roman Reigns, whether it's a guy like Cesaro or even Chris Jericho, for instance. Chris Jericho is a veteran of this company for 17 years, a guy that's rarely gotten injured, a guy that has really transcended time and developed his character in multiple generations and multiple eras. He goes on his podcast, not affiliated with WWE, and says, you know what, he's a good guy, he made a mistake, I am a big fan of Roman Reigns. That says something to me when a veteran like that, especially, Jericho has never been tested positive for steroids, has never really faced any disciplinary action. When a guy like that says it on his show, not affiliated with WWE, backs up Roman Reigns, that's only positive reinforcement for a guy that comes back into the locker room. He's just going to have to be a guy that swallows his pride and goes back to where they put him, because ultimately it's up to the creative writers where Roman Reigns gets placed.
He can't be a good guy. He can't be a bad guy. He needs to be a humble guy. Well, you've heard.
So unlike you,
we've heard.
You've never been humble in the 8 years I've known you.
I am baked humble.
10 years. It's been a
humble
decade.
pie. You've heard from Josh Eisenberg 4. You've heard from Justin LeVar. Let's go to independent professional wrestler Renell Hunt for his reaction on what the locker room might be saying.
All right, Justin and Josh, let's jump right into it. If I'm in that locker room right now and I'm hearing what's going on with Roman Reigns, I'm thinking one thing. I'm feeling disrespected because guys like me wait for opportunities like Roman Reigns gets. And to be in the league that you are and to make a huge mistake like that, no matter what happens, no matter if you lost the title or not, you are in the storyline of one of the biggest movements that you can ever make within WWE history. I'm looking to actually come after you because I'm feeling disrespected that you could perhaps take an opportunity that I've been waiting for so long, and now all of a sudden drop the ball. Listen, we know a lot of things. There's so many rumors going on about WWE and how sensitive the wellness policy is. It's about you. As a wrestler, it is your duty to look over that. Whether you have an agent or not, it's your duty to look over it, understand what you can do and what you cannot do, and hold yourself responsible. Yes, he apologized for it. Yes, he owned up for it. But the fact is, it should have never happened in the first place. And because it happened, I don't think he deserves another opportunity. Let him milk out a little bit. Let that hunger build back up into him and give him a fresh start. Don't do it immediately. Give it some time and give him another start. Just let it milk out for right now.